Greetings, my friends. I hope you're having a blessed day. Share with me where you're joining from in the comments and let me know how you're doing. Today's message arises from the sacred text of Exodus, specifically chapter 6, commencing at verse 1. It narrates, "Then the Lord said unto Moses, Now you will see what I will do to Pharaoh. For with a strong hand shall he let them go, and with a strong hand shall he drive them out of his land." In the complexity of our modern life, it appears the enemy roars louder than ever, endeavoring to cast shadows of doubt about the potent hand of God. Many of us feel as if we've hit a wall, a dead end, if you will. Dead end in health, persistently experiencing the bitterness of life instead of the sweetness of success. It's as if the enemy has woven an illusion, one where he dominates our existence. In the enemy's self-proclaimed strength, he dares to rise, fueled by the intention of deviating us from the divine path, from God's virtuous plans for us. He arrogantly assumes, by capitalizing on our slip-ups, he has triumphed in declaring our downfall, that his decrees of demise for God's children will come to pass. He mirrors the arrogance of Pharaoh, deceptively asserting dominion over our lives and the tribulations that he brought upon us, which God intends to transmute for his glory. But know this, dear friends, no matter how vehemently the enemy gnashes his teeth, God, in his infinite wisdom, has a divine plan to flip the script. Take heart, for he will transform the enemy's design of destruction into a testament of triumph. This truth you must engrave onto your hearts and echo in your minds daily, till you witness God's undeniable goodness unfolding in your life. Permit me to draw your attention to a key realization I've been stirred to share with you. This inspiration finds its origin in the Old Testament, in 1 Samuel chapter 20, specifically from the 3rd verse onwards. Here we find David, having made a solemn oath, articulating to Jonathan, "Your father certainly realizes that I have found favor in your sight." He beseeches Jonathan not to disclose this to his father, for fear of causing him sorrow. In the grips of an unsettling truth, David utters, "As sure as God is alive, and as your soul also lives, I am but a whisper away from death." Reflect on that. The feeling of life hanging by a gossamer thread, a battle with death at our doorstep. It's a sensation that many of us, in the throes of our tribulations, know too intimately. But let me assure you, it is in these arduous moments that God, in his grandeur and infinite wisdom, manifests his plans. Take heart, for God's decisions, as perplexing as they might seem, serve a divine purpose. The chronic illness that has shadowed you, the recurring evictions that have battered you, the incessant struggles at your workplace, all these trials are not random occurrences. They are part of God's meticulous orchestration. God's grand strategy is to create a beacon of you, a symbol of triumph over adversity. The enemy may misconstrue your trials as their victories, but it is merely a deception, a feint before God's grand reveal. The adage, "Every cloud has a silver lining," is no more fitting than in this context. Even when the enemy believes they've gained the upper hand, it is in actuality a prelude to their enlightenment about their true place. They will come to comprehend the sanctity of God's protection over you. They will discern the boundaries that they cannot transgress, and they will ultimately realize that you are God's exclusively. This unveiling of truth will be your victory, a testament to God's supreme design. Meanwhile, in the midst of your tribulations, as you await the fruition of God's plans, take solace in his promise. He assures you, in the midst of turmoil, you are secure, cradled in the divine sanctuary. Even when life's tempests hurl you behind the metaphorical rock, he reminds you, "I am your haven." Your circumstances might be daunting, but they are mere illusions, masks concealing the astounding grace God is about to unfurl upon his chosen. Those who once anticipated your downfall will find themselves astounded, confronted with the undeniable truth of God's grace upon you. The narrative of your life is about to take a dramatic turn. The situation you presumed dead, the ailment that seemed on the verge of smothering God's intervention in your life, it's all set for a divine reversal. God is proclaiming in this very moment, you are destined for life. Prepare for a transformation. You're on the brink of a spiritual shift. Your circumstances are primed for change. Despair will be replaced with hope, pain with relief, and anguish with joy. Therefore, resist the whispers of the enemy, those thoughts designed to sow seeds of doubt and defeat. God's omnipotent hand is poised to intervene, to transform your trials into triumphs. So, in times of hardship, remember, God's grand design is at work. His loving reassurances echo, "My child, your victory is imminent." In your life, there might be those who spread discourse of disquiet, of disturbance. I'm referring to those who cast a shadow with their presence, the naysayers who leech joy and optimism, who only add weight to your already burdened shoulders. Recognize this, for they are tools wielded by the enemy, purposefully planted to make you question, to make you doubt the guiding hand of God, making you wonder if it will ever deliver you from your trials. But mark my words, their voices will be silenced. Those who rise against you, those who cast stones at your circumstances, they too will need comfort. They will need affirmation. There will come a time when they will need to hear the very messages of hope and faith that God uses me to share with you now. For in their pursuit of casting a pall over your life, they too will face challenges of equal measure. But you and your loved ones, regardless of the threats looming, regardless of the hostile forces that conspire to upend you, remember that the hand of God is steadfastly by your side. He's your shield, your sanctuary, maintaining a protective hold on you. With patience, wait until He decides it's time for you to navigate through the obstacles strewn in your path. God's intentions for you are grand, they are vast. Whatever God has in store for you, know this, it is immense. The enemy can huff and puff, but it cannot blow this house down. Pay no heed to the enemy's insidious whisperings, the negativity they try to weave into the fabric of your existence. Hold your head high today. Have faith, for God is orchestrating a change of tides, spinning the wheel of fortune in your favor. Whatever seems daunting, I repeat, is nothing but a masquerade, a facade meant to conceal the greatness that God is priming to usher into your life. Those challenges that felt like an eternal uphill climb, get ready to summit them. The mires you thought were too deep to climb out from, God is extending His hand to pull you out today. The home you never believed you would have. God is leading you and your family into a greater abode, a greater purpose, a grander landscape. The burdens that once shattered you, they shall not be revisited in your life. For God has proclaimed that the hour of transformation is nigh. It is His divine intervention that we've been patiently awaiting to manifest this change, and hence He has placed some of us at these seeming impasses. It feels as if everything is at a standstill because it is not your responsibility to liberate yourself. This is not a situation where you can rely on mortal aid to pull yourself out. No, God Himself is poised to intervene, ready to haul you and your loved ones, out of the deep, dark pits that the enemy has attempted to trap you in. And in an ironic twist of fate, the enemy itself shall plunge into that pit. God has a unique way of allowing things to appear chaotic, of allowing life to seem bizarrely askew. It's only in understanding that we find peace, and this peace is in His divine plan, in His divine timing. There are moments in our lives where confusion reigns, where disorder is the order of the day, where no matter how hard we try, we can't extricate ourselves from the maelstrom that whirls around us. Such moments aren't accidents, nor are they mere products of chance. They're divinely designed, masterpieces crafted by God's hand, a celestial drama where the curtains are drawn, and we find ourselves on center stage. Why? Because we've stepped into God's realm, into territories where only His authority is absolute. God has a way of letting the storm escalate, of letting the winds howl louder, the waves crash harder, until we understand one profound truth. Some battles we can't fight on our own. This predicament you find yourself entangled in, this tempest that threatens to consume you, know this: you can't solve it by yourself. It's beyond your ability, beyond any human help you may seek. You're required to pause, to acknowledge the enormity of what you're facing, and then to understand that your only option is to wait upon God. Because each time you try to pull yourself out, to claw your way from the chaos, you only manage to get halfway. God, however, has a better plan. He wants to intervene in such a way that when He finally rescues you from the storm, you will know beyond the shadow of a doubt, as will your adversaries, that it was His hand alone that led you to safety. That's why your circumstances are designed in this intricate, puzzling fashion. That's why the storm is set up the way it is, concealed in such an enigma. It's so that, when the resolution comes, you know, and everyone around you knows, it could only be the work of God. When God steps into your life, taking command of the situation, the enemy will realize that they've met a foe they can't conquer. Despite their incessant attempts to throw you off your path, you rise up again, a testament to God's enduring power. Even those who cast doubt on you, who know the details of your struggles, your financial constraints, the hardships you've faced, they will bear witness to your extraordinary transformation. It's the grand reveal when God pulls back the curtain and brings you out into the light. It's a moment where everyone understands, where they acknowledge that this was not your doing, but rather the divine intervention of God. Rest assured, dear friends, even when life's trials seem insurmountable, God's divine plan remains unwavering. In the face of the enemy's seeming triumph, know this: God is an expert at role reversals. The oppressor now becomes the oppressed. The mocker is put to shame. When you stand with God, He stands with you, never abandoning you, and ensures your victory. Your triumph reflects His glory. Hold fast to your faith, for the God who parted the Red Sea and brought down the walls of Jericho is the same God standing with you. Despite the net of despair the enemy weaves, God is ready to shatter it, transforming your story into a testament of His grace. Keep your eyes focused on the dawn of victory. God's enduring love and unmatched power are with you. May God bless you all. I'll see you next time. Farewell. Like the video and type Amen if you trust in the Lord. Please support our ministry by clicking the thanks button, and please consider joining us as a cherished member. Your generosity uplifts our mission. God bless you.